When you stand before God, you have to give an account. The Bible says for
How you
every
doing?
thought, for every word, and for every deed.
What's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah. What's the issue?
What are you going to do on that day?
Is there an ordinance on that? I don't agree with you on that. They've got loud music, we got the right to be heard, right? You guys got a sergeant?
We've already talked about this before. You know it.
No, I haven't talked
to
to you.
go around in circles. You're down there in the entertainment business all the time. Okay? I understand. I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now. That's all I'm asking.
All right, do you guys have a sergeant or a lieutenant we can talk to?
We do, but I don't see why they need to come down here.
Because we talked to them before and we've been able to overcome this challenge.
So I'm just telling you right now that using that, you can't be using any sort of amplified music. The same thing, if there's a guy going down here with an electric guitar and they're playing out of an amp or something like that, they can't technically be doing it.
So they have meant to have amplified music.
It's just like all the bars and all that.
How are we supposed to be heard when they've got the loudness? We've got the right to be heard according to the Constitution.
I got you.
We
So,
understand that.
yeah.
We're just dealing with what we have to deal with the city in terms of.
That's why we're asking for the sergeant, because we explained that to him last year.
The sergeant's going to tell us.
He understood. He understood. He's like, well, we'll make an exception in this case because they have loud music. Now, obviously, if these people.
Do you know which sergeant it was?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea. But they called him out. We asked for him to request him, and he said, okay, we'll make an exception. This time because of the situation they're facing. So, look, I haven't got any problem with you guys.
Like I said, you guys have the First Amendment's there for a reason. I get it. You know, people disagree with you, and you disagree with other people. That's what makes this country great. You know, is that you can do that. Okay, but you can't be using the amplified.
I'm just letting you know.
I know it seems unfair. I know you feel that it seems unfair, but you know, I've had to tell a couple other people, not in your guys' group, but another, you know, group and everything, or single people, you just can't be using that. You can say whatever you want, you know, preach the word or whatever you guys are doing out here. That's
Now you're saying that's citywide?
That's citywide, yeah.
So we've been told 10 o'clock is the cutoff. 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock is different. It's so look up the city noise ordinance. Okay, that's what I'd tell you to go do. You know, or if you have a phone, you can probably look it up. That's different for like music out in or like people having house parties. People like if people are doing construction and everything. That's what it comes down to for that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like bars, you know, it goes up at a certain level. At 10 o'clock, it goes up.
So here's our issue. Our predicament is that every officer tells us something different. So we need somebody up the chain above you guys. Not saying you guys don't have authority over us. I'm saying we need to have that precedent set by somebody up on the chain.
What I would advise you guys doing, and so that you can actually know, is I would call the city noise office, because they have 2 officers, not police officers, but noise officers that are kind of the professionals. And hey, this is how many decibels. You know, I would say if you have this kind of microphone, turn it up to this level and stuff like that. That way you guys can, you know, be within the confines of the law when you're doing stuff like this.
Right.
If you guys want to be heard, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And I would call them. They're not, you know, you just look it up. It's on Portland Online, and you just look up the city noise off, and you just say, hey, I have some questions about using.
All day we've been using it, and one officer did tell us turn it down just a little, and that was it.
It was a sergeant. Yeah, it was a sergeant.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why we're in this predicament of, well, we're being told so many different things. We need to have the record set straight.
Yeah,
you know?
And unfortunately, sometimes it just depends on where you're at in the city. You know,
right down here.
I get you.
Yeah.
It's
even what time you're at different places, different sergeants, different shifts, different officers. One of the great things about our job is we do have discretion.
That's what we're asking for. We're asking for you guys to use your discretion under the circumstances tonight.
I think, just, you know, our concern is we have no issue with you guys trying to have some free speech to do that. I think the concern is you got a lot of people downtown that probably are drinking a lot more than they're normally drinking.
I mean, you guys know, you've been doing this for a long time, and you know how people act when they, you know, when you're saying things that they don't agree with. You know how it is.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you don't want to come back down here because people are choosing to act stupid and come in front of people.
Well, that is the problem, though. If you take this away from us, we'll have to go stand on that sidewalk with those people. There will be no barrier, and then there will be an altercation on their part because we're next to them. If we're over here, there's been peace. And it's because we're on our side, there's a barrier.
I mean, I applaud you for being over here and, you know, trying to at least get your word across over here and use it, you know, but for now, I mean, it definitely is too loud. It definitely was way too loud. You know, you could hear it a block away and stuff, and that's way too loud. You know, so.
I had my window down and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Even with the music going, or was that after it stopped?
Even with, it's just different, you know, because the way sound works, I mean, all the scientific crap that goes with sound, you can hear certain decibels and certain things like the bass. You can hear that probably 3 blocks away. Unfortunately, you know, they have variants to do that. You know, the sound that's coming out of that, the pitch and everything, you can hear that a little bit more. The human ear can and stuff. Without getting into like the whole thing, I would say you should probably get a hold of the noise officer. Like I said, the city noise officer will be able to tell you this is what you can do and whatnot. You know, they're going to know a lot more than me. They could say, hey, you know, yeah, he told you a little bit different. This is actually how it is and everything. But as far as what we are saying right now, you can't be using the amplified music at this time.
So ultimately, what that does is shuts us down completely. I mean, we can't use our voices out here and be heard, and we just go hoarse trying to. So ultimately, you're telling us to leave, and I know you're not telling us to leave. I know.
I'm not telling you to leave.
But ultimately, we'll have to leave because it's not effective. It's not. We're not going to have effective communication with them without the amplification.
I will say one thing so clear: on our level of care, if you guys can be out here, you can be out here all day, all night, saying whatever you want, and it is not going to affect us, and we don't care at all. So I just want to make sure the record clear. It has nothing to do with what you're doing. It's the mechanism of how you're doing it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, you've already said you're trying to stop a confrontation. We understand.
We're looking for that discretion that you were talking about.
It is.
If we had caused a disturbance where you had a lot of altercations, I could see that. But it's been very peaceful. They stay on their side, we're staying on ours, and everybody's happy, except for maybe the owner. But ultimately, what does he care? He's making money, his music's going, they're still going in line. We're not causing anybody to leave. So I really don't see where anybody could be unhappy.
How loud is it now?
It's all the way up.
All the way up?
Yeah. What about if we turn it down? We tried that for a little bit.
Yeah, let's turn it down a little bit.
That's reasonable. Why don't we compromise?
Yeah, let's compromise. Let's say at 10 o'clock though, we got to cut off the noise altogether.
Hey, that sounds good to me. Yeah, so it was all the way up there on 10. We'll put it down here at about 3. How about that?
Yeah, let's use that.
Let me see how that sounds. Check 1, 2. Check. How's that? A little better?
Sounds better. It sounds a lot better.
To be completely honest with you, we can probably understand you, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. We just had it blaring because we had the music going over there.
I got you.
We felt like we just weren't being heard. So.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you, man.
All right.
So, you guys got any questions?
Awesome. No, thank you.
Okay.
No, we appreciate your job you're doing out here.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
I mean, if for some reason there's further issues, we're working on it.
Well, hey, look, we're gonna work with you guys.
You guys know how to act. You guys have been doing this for a while. I've been down here for a long time too. So it's just, you know, we'll all work together.
Absolutely.
Us, you, them, everybody.
Absolutely, we will.
All right, God bless.
God bless.
So just hold up a little bit. Let them.
So they did have discretion. See, that's awesome.
But it's all about how you talk to them, and that's how it goes. You got to talk.